Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the drama. Jon Jones has admitted to cheating in his UFC title fight against Quinton Rampage Jackson, and he is issuing a public apology to his former opponent. We break down the shocking details of what happened and why this admission is shaking the MMA world. This is a story you do not want to miss. Surprisingly friendly reunion backstage at the Ronda Rousey vs. Gina Carano event. You will not believe the hilarious moment that unfolded. And finally, we hear Jon Jones' powerful endorsement of the MVP promotion. Jon Jones openly stated that the Ronda Rousey MVP MMA event was actually better than the UFC, sparking huge debate in the community. Stick with us because we have the full breakdown on these massive moments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more breaking news. Former UFC two-weight champion Jon Jones has publicly admitted to cheating in his title fight against Quinton Rampage Jackson in September 2011, issuing an apology to his former opponent. The admission surfaced nearly 15 years after the bout, following a backstage encounter at the Ronda Rousey v. Gina Carano event in Los Angeles. Jones, widely regarded as one of the greatest mixed martial artists in history, has faced persistent scrutiny regarding his career, including multiple positive tests for banned substances, two of which were performance-enhancing drugs taken before fights against Daniel Cormier. Numerous past opponents have also alleged that Jones fought dirty, with Jackson specifically citing illegal tactics such as oblique kicks and eye pokes. During their recent meeting, the tension appeared to dissipate, with Jackson joking about their shared history. However, Jones acknowledged his aggressive fighting style, admitting, "You know how I get down, yeah, I cheat. I'll poke you in the eye, I'll kick you in the B******S, I'll stomp the knees." This candid admission prompted Jackson to joke about his still-sore knees, leading Jones to apologize, stating it was "my bad," before both agreed to keep their disagreements confined to the cage. Beyond the controversy surrounding his past fights, Jones also made bold statements about the recent event. On social media, he praised the most valuable promotion's debut MMA event, claiming it was superior to the UFC itself, remarking that it possessed an atmosphere, including fog machines and ubiquitous TVs, that was absolutely unbelievable and better than his former employer. These comments followed his earlier suggestion that he might seek release from his existing UFC contract to potentially compete against Francis Ngannou at an MVP event in the future. Noi Dung Kai Tight. Jon Jones is aggressively pursuing a path to fight Francis Ngannou, suggesting that exiting his current UFC contract is a critical first step. Following Ngannou's callout after defeating Philippe Lins in the main event, Jones expressed enthusiasm for the prospect, but acknowledged the contractual hurdle. During a broadcast appearance, Jones stated, "I've got to focus on trying to get out of my UFC contract. That's going to be the difficult part if this fight is going to happen, doing it outside. I don't think Dana White is interested in doing business with Francis. So doing it with MVP would probably be the only way to make it happen. If we can get out my contract, that would be great. This indicates that most valuable promotions, MVP, is seen as the key avenue for facilitating a potential bout." Jones also tempered expectations regarding Ngannou's status as the undisputed #1 heavyweight, noting that Ngannou faced an opponent significantly smaller than himself. Jones praised Ngannou's performance, highlighting his developing striking, specifically mentioning impressive high kicks. Furthermore, Jones addressed speculation about his future, responding to questions about fighting again by emphasizing his desire to box, stating, "I don't know. I think getting out of my UFC contract is very, very possible. I need to find the right people. I need to find the right channels or just put more effort into it. I really wanted to box. If I would have put all my energy into just my hands and combinations and punching power, I think I'd really surprise a lot of people. I would love to box. That would be a lot of fun. Former UFC titans Jon Jones and Rampage Jackson shared a surprisingly light-hearted reunion backstage following the Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano event. The interaction highlighted a complex history between the two fighters, marked by intense rivalry and subsequent reconciliation. The rivalry between Jones and Jackson peaked at UFC 135 in Denver, Colorado, where Jackson reclaimed the light heavyweight title after defeating two of Jones' former rivals, Lyoto Machida and Matt Hamill. The build-up to their bout was characterized by heated exchanges, with Jackson accusing Jones of having a spy in his camp, while Jones frequently dismissed Jackson's perceived lack of seriousness in training and fighting. In the fight itself, Jon Jones dominated, securing a submission victory midway through the fourth round after overpowering Jackson on both the feet and the ground. Following the bout, tensions flared again as Jackson continued to accuse Jones of being a lifelong cheater inside the cage. However, the animosity appeared to dissipate backstage at the Rousey versus Carano event. In a candid moment captured by video, Jon Jones issued an apology to Rampage Jackson for past actions, stating, "Yeah, I cheat. I poke you in the eyes, kick you in the balls, stomp the knees. My bad, I'm sorry." The careers of both fighters have taken different paths since their peak. Jon Jones retired from MMA last year amid a contract dispute with the UFC concerning a fight against Tom Aspinall, remaining at odds with CEO Dana White over his exclusion from a White House card. Rampage Jackson retired after a loss to Fedor Emelianenko in 2019, subsequently building a successful career as a host for the JAXXON podcast and a live streamer. Jon Jones has issued a strong endorsement of the Ronda Rousey MVP MMA event, declaring it superior to the UFC. In a recent statement, Jones compared the event favorably against the main organization, suggesting the MVP event offered a better experience for fans and participants alike. This comment, shared via social media, highlights a significant shift in perspective from a prominent figure in the combat sports world regarding the structure or quality of major MMA promotions. The comparison signals a strong preference for the specific event format or atmosphere presented by the MVP event over the established UFC platform.